So it's not something that I'm super proud of, but I managed to go through about 6 pairs of earbuds every year. So when I cross the 2-month mark with a new pair like these JBL Endurance Run, I start getting a little bit nervous. So in this video, we're going to take a look at how these are holding up after 2 months of use. Let's go. Now, before I jump in and let you know how these have been performing over the last 2 months, if you haven't caught the original videos, I did an unboxing video on these, which had a bit more information about them. And then 1 week later, I came back and let you know how they were performing after a week. And now that we're 2.5 months in and I've been using these as my daily earbuds, I thought I would come back and let you know how they're going. Are there any issues that I've experienced? And would I still recommend that you go for these, considering that these are a $20 earbud or $30 here in Australia? So they're a value for money earbud. Are they still living up to the hype that I originally threw out there? Would I recommend you buy them? Oh, and the warning that I usually give before I do any sort of gear review is that I don't do reviews like a lot of other folks do. I don't get into the specific details and specifications. I don't put them head to head against some other things and do some detailed testing. There's plenty of people that do that. What I do is I take these and I use them like a regular, or in the case of earbuds, a very heavy user would over a period of time. So that's why I'm back here now after 2 months to let you know how these have been going. So now let's jump into what some of the pros and the cons are of the JBL Endurance Run. Okay, so let's start with what I love about these earbuds. Number one is the audio quality. For a pair of $20 earbuds, I've never come across something that sounds as good as these do. Now, the bass response is not amazing, and we'll get to that when we talk about it. But for the sort of music and audio I listen to, which is a lot of podcasting, a lot of audiobooks, and a lot of music in the rock, folk, singer-songwriter kind of genres, then these are actually awesome. They've got a decent-sized driver in there. They've got good sound isolation, so you're not annoying a bunch of other people, and they just sound really good, really clear, really level audio coming out of my iPhone or any of my iPads or other devices. So the audio quality is the number one thing that I'm pretty impressed with these earbuds. Number two is a little bit funny and very simple, but it is this. It is the magnet that is in the back of these. It makes it super handy and super easy to clip them together, to wrap them up, and then when you're sticking those in your pocket, the headphones themselves are not coming apart, which means they don't wrap themselves around and tangle up. So a very simple feature, but every single pair of earbuds should have a little magnet in the back so that they don't get tangled in your pocket. The number three thing that I like about these, and you won't be able to see this really clearly, but you might be able to see that that has an L on it. It's our left earbud, but it also has an upside down R. Now, what is going on here? Well, this is our left earbud. If we just place it in like that, it's a normal earbud, and it's okay, but with a bit of a tug, it's going to come out. What you can also do, though, is use the other earbud, flip it upside down, put it in upside down, and then you can put the cable, very awkwardly when you're doing it on camera, over the back of your ear. It's actually a lot easier to do than I made it look then. But you put the cable over the back of your ear, and now it's in a heap more securely. So when you're running, you can invert them, stick them in, wrap them around your ear, and then they're not going to come out. If you're running and you're bumping around, they're going to stay in there, which is pretty cool. Now, it's going to flip your channels. So if you're listening to music and you really want to make sure your left's on your lefts and your right's on your rights, you'll have to go into your device and change that. But if you're listening to podcasts or audiobooks, it's really not going to matter. But I just love that you get that additional feature here. Not many other headphones have the ability to be used both ways. You either have those really annoying plastic ear loops or you have nothing at all. With these, you get both. And the number four thing that I love about these headphones is what you're hearing right now, and that is the quality of this little microphone. So we have an inline microphone with a button so that we can answer, we can start and stop our music, and we can answer calls. So the quality of audio we get for phone calls is amazing, and that means that when we're using this for voiceover audio, and I've been using this for almost all of my tutorial videos. So if you've watched a tutorial here on the channel in the last 2 months, chances are you've already heard this audio because it's so much more convenient than plugging in a USB microphone or my audio interface or my mixer, and the sound quality is almost as good. Like, it's hard to distinguish the difference between this and the audio that I was just recording. Yeah, it's not quite up there as much as a $100 large diaphragm condenser because it's a $20 pair of earbuds, but considering it's a $20 pair of earbuds, I think this is great. So the quality of the audio playback, quality of the microphone, and those couple couple of additional little features that you get really do make this a set of earbuds that I do recommend. But before we finish up, let's take a look at any of those cons, anything that I think could be done better or that might be something to look out for if you are going to purchase these. Okay, I've switched back to the large diaphragm condenser here because I need to show a couple of things about the connections on these headphones. So the number one thing here is that you'll notice that the end here, and this plug, I did like it at the time because it's this right angle or 45-degree angle plug there, but what you'll notice is that the bit of plastic there is just starting to come away. So it's sliding down the cord there. And I did also mention at the time that these cords are pretty thin, so they wouldn't have a whole lot of resilience over time. But this is nothing unusual. I've had $50 and even $100 headphones that a lot worse than this has happened to after 2.5 months. So it's not the worst thing in the world. It's more cosmetic than anything else, but over time, with that constant bending, that is going to wear and tear, which is why headphones don't last forever. But if I get another 2 to 3 months out of these, I'll be particularly happy because I really like these headphones. The other thing that is happening here is at this end, these little silicone earbuds are starting to just split a little bit. I'll just try and find the spot. There's one, and I can remove it from here. There's a little split in the silicone there, which you can't even really see on the video. The good news though with these is that they are very standard. These silicone earbuds are a standard size, which means that if you have, like me, a whole bunch of spare earbuds from previous headphones, you can mix and match and swap these out pretty simply. So they're not a proprietary size or format. They're a very standard little silicone earbud, which means you can easily replace them. And in the box, you get some small and large as well. But if you want to replace the mediums, you can grab some from a previous pair of earbuds. So they're the only two problems, I guess, that I've come across in the entire 2.5 months I've been using these. And like I said, it's not uncommon for earbuds in this sort of price range or even much higher price ranges to have those issues. The third thing that I'll mention here that I alluded to at the start is bass response. So I don't listen to a lot of EDM or bass heavy music, so I don't want or need earbuds that have big drivers or really strong bass sound. But if you are, and if you do want that enhanced and that hyped up bass sound, then perhaps these may not be for you. But the good news is that if you are creating that type of music, then you're going to get a more balanced and level response from these. So the bass isn't going to be overhyped, which is going to help you mix it a little bit better. So keep that in mind as well. But really, they're the only 3 cons that I've actually come across since I've been using these earbuds. So what is the verdict? Would I still recommend the JBL Endurance Run earbuds? You better believe I would. For the price tag of $20 US, I've just never come across anything that is this level of quality with this number of features, and the sound you get, as well as the quality of the microphone, is actually quite amazing. As I mentioned, I've used these for 2.5 months now as my daily go-to headphones, and I haven't felt that it's been a downgrade from any other headphone that I've ever used before. So yes, I would recommend these. There's links down in the description to where you can pick up a pair if you're looking for a good budget but quality earbud to use, and the JBL brand is pretty good as well. They've been around for a while and they make some quality products. Thanks again for watching. If you've got any comments, questions or suggestions, or have your own recommendations for products you would like me to check out or that you think that we should be using, drop those in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next video. Hey, thanks for sticking around. If you'd like to check out some more of my gear reviews and other videos, there are 2 series of videos linked right down below. You can also subscribe to the channel by clicking on the Studio Live Today icon in the top right corner, or head on over to studiolivetoday.com for even more audio goodness.